Um, Somebody thought that they were getting one over on you, but it's kind of like you already saw them coming. It's like in those villain movies when they're like running like to get to the fucking away from the bad guy or something, and then the bad guy turns around and his officer, he's like, I was expecting you. I swear to God, it's like you knew he was coming. It's like I don't know where he thought he was going, but he ran right into you. When he was looking behind, you were already right here like, hey, what's up? I don't know what I don't know what this person thought they were doing, but it's like, and then like this guy's holding a globe, like he just saw the whole play happening, and also he closed down that fucking cycle. I don't really know what this is about, but somebody thought that you were more confused than what you were. I think you definitely played your part. This is somebody who you probably once considered to be a soulmate, or maybe even like a partner or a genuine connection. Oh wow, look, this will not even let, like this wants to be seen so bad. We have Leo energy on the board. Doesn't have to be. I really do feel like so either something got exposed or you kind of shed light on something, or they did unintentionally. I don't think that they meant to. I don't think that they realized that they were doing that. For every single time that this person was nosy in your energy, you knew. You were making plans for the future, or excuse me, Spirit just corrected me. They were making plans for the future. You were watching them the whole time. I think they saw something going a certain way. They should have watched their back instead of you needing to watch yours, because you didn't miss a beat. That's facts. You did not miss a beat. I think when they approached you, they were really sweet, and I think that y'all did have a sweet connection at first. I don't really know yet if everything that they did was fake. I do think that something was pretty genuine in the beginning, but I do think kind of in the middle of it, when you started sort of realizing something was not quite right, maybe they quit following through on their promises, maybe their words didn't match their actions, and I think that you noticed that they were kind of sizing you up. They were kind of noticing maybe you had more than them, you did something better than them, you carried yourself better than them, or you had something that they wanted. There was something there where it's like you kind of noticed that, yeah, sure, they probably liked you at first, right? But when they realized something that you had that they wanted, they really, really ran that play, like they really did. I think they kind of took it a little bit too far. They might have even gotten ahead of themselves. I do feel like they did. I feel like they almost kind of like celebrated too early. Maybe they liked the attention that you got, or they didn't like the attention that you got, or they wanted the attention that you got, or they kind of gave you too much attention and it was kind of like fake. Like you could kind of feel that it was kind of like, what the fuck do you really want? Kind of like they were kind of a little bit too proud to be around you. There was a little bit something there. Like they were acting curious in your energy, like they really wanted to get to know you, but you really saw through that shit. Like you literally were like, let me look at that shit real quick. Yeah, no. No. Queen of Swords, I think you just saw right through that shit. You were not really just about to play games with them at all. I really do feel like, I don't know if you told them that you knew, or you just knew and you didn't speak on it. No, you continue to celebrate. You continue to have a good time. I think you did enjoy their company. I think that it lasted for a while. I think it was good for a while, but I think you always knew in the back of your head, like, this person is fucking delusional if they think for one fucking second that they're going to get this past me. Literally. Maybe they really liked your nurturing energy, or you were very nurturing to them. I think that this person maybe really wanted to sort of fill a spot or claim a role, or like claim a title with you, but something about it feels very disingenuous. It's kind of like they wanted to fill that spot because of something that you had to offer, or something that you were, something that you could maybe provide for them had they filled that role with you. I just started getting really dizzy when I said that. I'm not sure what that means. I kind of just got lightheaded or something. Like I kind of got like a little bit confused or something. I don't know what that is. Maybe they tried to come off as that they were maybe more than you, or like higher rank than you, I'm hearing, whatever that means. don't know if I want to take those. I do see Queen of Wands. I do think that you did have a certain amount of confidence, and you know, I think that maybe people were, you know, you were very magnetic. Maybe people were very drawn to you. But I really think that this person maybe pretended to appreciate that, which I think they did at first, but I think it became kind of an issue. I think it might have been what they originally were attracted to you for, but then after a while it started to kind of bother them, and I think you noticed that. And then I kind of think that they maybe wanted that for themselves. Yeah, your intuition definitely put you up on game. I think that this person maybe said less than what they actually felt, or said less than what they were actually kind of feeling in their mind, or what they were thinking. They didn't really say everything they were thinking. They maybe were like a little bit reserved. I think you were too. I think at the same time that they were being reserved, you were, because your intuition knew. I think you operated on intuition spiritually, right? And I think this person knew how to read emotions very well. So together, I think y'all were quite the fucking duo, if I'm being honest. But nonetheless, oh wow, look. 5 of Swords. Very sneaky. I think y'all both watched each other. I think y'all both had the capability of doing this. And there's something about, if you knew that they were watching you and you turned around, you made sure to turn around so that they could really watch you. Like you really wanted them to feel like it was okay for them. Like that you didn't suspect a thing. You really let them celebrate too soon. You know? I think intentionally, you really didn't want them to know that you knew, because although you were the one that could read intuition, and yes, they can read emotions very well, your emotions never said anything that you suspected. Your emotions, you were fine with your emotions. Now, emotions don't cover intuition though. So if you're coming out as High Priestess, then you definitely already could, you could feel it, you knew. Them just being able to read emotions, that's awesome. But you kept that beneath the surface very well. Your emotions did not read that you knew anything was going on. I think that they definitely figured that they kind of had that shit on lock. July 16th could be significant. Wow. I do think that they gave you a lot of attention. I do think that they really paid attention to you and catered to you. I do feel like they really kind of like filled your cup. I do feel like y'all had an emotional connection, but there was always something about them that you could almost feel like you were being watched. They really were observing you. They kind of were a little bit too in tune with you. What does this face sound over here? Okay. It's like y'all were very bonded. Y'all were. But I do think there was always a side of you that kind of knew that there was a second part to this person. Although y'all were very connected, y'all did have a very, very strong pull toward each other. There was a lot of emotions involved. There was a soulmate aspect to this. Their ego always sort of took over. They really, like I said, celebrated too soon. I think that you could tell that they were very emotionally manipulative. And with this 6 of Swords, it's almost like you started getting out of there before they could even run the play. It's kind of like right when they were about to start doing whatever they were going to do, whatever that may be, I think you had already started leaving. This person kind of got ahead of themselves, and I think that they maybe banked on the fact that they had known you for a long time and just assumed that you were so comfortable around them and that you didn't have your guard up at all, so that they could go ahead and run the play. They operated mostly off of their ego and kind of weak sense of power. I think they wanted to come off as more powerful than what they actually were, but your intuition already told you what it was because you were already planning for the future ahead of time. They might have thought that they had you right where they wanted you, but I do think that you went ahead and maybe gave them hope and then backed out. Whatever they thought they were going to do, it didn't really work. Maybe they made it too obvious because they were trying to rush in and then rush out, and then maybe they tried and then they backed out. They got nervous. They ran the play. But nonetheless, though, you definitely took control and you definitely taught them a little lesson. That's for sure. Whatever this cycle was, it definitely came to an end. And whatever they thought they were going to do, it's not going to happen. Because justice is here. So the scales have to be balanced either way. I mean, whatever they thought they were going to do, it just wasn't going to happen. We just filled each other's cups right on up. Whatever they thought they were taking from your cup, you took it right on back, baby. You just had to even everything out. Let go and let God. I mean, your intuition really helped this situation for real.